This year's harvest season in the Western Cape gets underway a month earlier because of the drought and the climatic effects of El Nino. Farm workers have already begun to work the fields. Many, though, are not happy because a recently announced salary increase for workers will leave many still struggling to put food on the table.
We are very disappointed in the increase that the Minister has promulgated, a mere 7.7%, which translates in less than R8 per day increase. With the R8, you can't even buy an additional loaf of bread, given the current situation of the workers. But the increase in electricity, the farmers forcing them to pay for electricity, to pay rent, and also now to pay for transport. There is no way that farm workers will survive on this increase.
The new sectoral determination applies to employees in both the farming and forestry sectors. The Labour Department believes it's a moral right so that workers can keep up with the rising costs of living. Agricultural officials in the Western Cape agree and believe workers should not price themselves out of the labour market, especially as mechanisation begins to increase.
It is reasonable, given the current market, given the situation we're in at the moment. It is one that we've also negotiated with the previous sectorial analysis. You must remember we had a 52% increase last time. And at the end of the day is, with the sectorial analysis that's coming through and a group of farmers I've had words and discussed this already, they're far above this amount that has been paid.
Okay, on this one.
But it still left unions angry and workers disenfranchised. And both have threatened severe consequences, last seen over 2 years ago.
We cannot say that strike action is ruled out because it's very clear to us that this is the only language that the farmers and government understand. For a proper review, there has to be severe strike action.
For now, though, farmers will need every worker committed and on board, as fruit needs to be picked. It might be a difficult task, though, when such an unharmonious labour environment persists. It's a critical time for both the farmers and the workers, as the two have to work hand in hand to make a success of the current harvest. There are already so many compounding pressures on the sector, but minimum wages remains a constant bone of contention for both. Representative CCTV, Stellenbosch.